Welcome to Cine Here Where You Come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tete. And today, we're going to change it up a little bit. Today we are going to give you 11 days of horror. That's right. Each day we will focus on a franchise that deals with Halloween or is Halloween themed. And we will give you our best and our worst film from that franchise. So for the rest of October, you got us.
Day one of our 11 days of horror. We gotta start off with the OG himself, Michael Myers, and the Halloween franchise.
Of course. Halloween time would not be complete without talking about the Halloween franchise.
Absolutely. We're gonna give our favorite and we're gonna give our worst, but you gotta know Michael Myers is almost OG slasher, right? Almost OG slasher, and he kills most, or tries to kill most of his relatives. And in some of the latter movies, some of the bad ones, he just stops, right? He just stops that whole thing, and now he just turns into Jason, right? He just turns into a murderer, a cold-blooded murderer without any reason behind it.
Let's start off with what I consider to be the best film in the Halloween franchise, which is the first one, right? It is what introduced us to Michael Myers, arguably one of the scariest slashers in the horror genre, right? The killer, Michael Myers, is a big hulking guy with a plain white mask, right? And it's like, what is going on, right? You want to understand, like, why he didn't talk? He just moves and he kills with the quickness, right? John Carpenter gave us this amazing character, and he also introduced us to Jamie Lee Curtis, right? This is her first film, which cemented her as a scream queen, and then she went on to make other great movies like True Lies. I won't go into her filmography, but an awesome actress for this awesome movie, really scary. Again, a classic slasher film.
I agree 100%. This movie is the best. The first one is the best. Yeah, and that will be kind of a constant theme among a lot of these scary movie franchises. The first one being the best because the first one, especially in the movie like Halloween, it just cements everything that you think of when you think of a horror movie. They have all of the elements that makes for horror movies even to this day, right? And Jamie Lee Curtis being such a great protagonist in this movie. Women power at its best, and that's what makes these films so great, right? And this is why this first movie is easily the best, right? Because you get what you want to get out of this movie and you never get it again.
On the flip side, the worst film of the Halloween franchise for me personally is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, right? Which, you know, the more I watch it, you know, every now and then I go back and see it, it's not as bad. It's still a bad movie. Not as bad as the first time I saw it, right? But for the continuity of just not having what makes the Halloween franchise, which is Michael Myers, you gotta be the worst film, right? And no knock to Rob Zombie and what he did with the remakes. The first remake I didn't love, right? But he still had Michael Myers. He still tried to give us a backstory. He tried to, you know, show the psychology of how he became, you know, this hardened killer. All that I can appreciate. But when you don't have Michael Myers in a Halloween film, it's gonna be a bad time.
And for me, the worst film in this franchise is Halloween Resurrection, right? You take Michael Myers and then you throw him into what exactly? Like, what do you put him in, right? Like, his scenario should be in the context of what we know him for. Chasing down people and killing them with some sort of relatability, right? Like, he knows these people or have some sort of connection with them. What we don't want is him chasing people and killing people in a reality TV show setting with Busta Rhymes. And no, we don't want that. We don't want Busta Rhymes doing karate in no movie. Never again do we want to see Busta Rhymes doing karate and fighting off Michael Myers. And also pretending to be Michael Myers. No. No.
That completes the best and the worst of the Halloween franchise for us.
Day one.
Short, quick, simple, but again, just our perspectives on the otherwise amazing franchise. You know, it is one of the elite, I would say. It had a lot of good movies. You know, I could have argued for a lot of other ones being my favorite, but the first one I definitely think cemented itself as a classic for both of us.
Absolutely.
We both agreed on it.
And let us know what you like and what you don't like in the comments. We do want to also know how you feel about this franchise as well.
Absolutely. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.